What do you want to be when you grow up? For some, the answer is obvious. They want to be him and him. And they want to get here. For one of these two, this year's journey will come to an end today. The other, it will end in Santa Clara, California, Super Bowl 50. But for both of these men, all roads end here, amongst their peers.
The two most celebrated quarterbacks in the game.
They're both, of course, going to the Hall of Fame. The greatest quarterback rivalry ever.
We've got a great headliner, Manning against Brady.
Their place amongst the all-time greats is set in stone. Today, they meet for the 17th time, and maybe the last. It's Brady-Manning, but it's so much more than that. It's childhood dreams, legacies, and a chance to play on the game's biggest stage. One more time.
How cool was that to have the NFL Hall of Famer himself, Jim Brown, to wax poetic over that? Tom Brady against Peyton Manning. Could this be the final meeting between the future Hall of Famers? And if so, how poetic is it that it happens in the AFC Championship game before a sold-out crowd here at Sports Authority Field at Mile High? Game time temperature will be approximately 48 degrees under partly cloudy skies. And with the Patriots taking on the Broncos, one of these two teams, rich in Super Bowl history, will have the chance to play in Super Bowl 50 for the iconic Lombardi Trophy. That in just 2 weeks from today. And hell,
where Tom Brady is 2-6 lifetime. 2-6 lifetime. Peyton Manning, knowing a good performance by he and his team will get him to maybe in his final game to maybe not his final game to the Super Bowl. It's Emmanuel Sanders, gain of 10. Later in the drive, Manning, Andre Caldwell. This is after New England got the toss, elected to receive, which they rarely do, but they punted. So that's Andre Caldwell. 2 plays later, Manning. Owen Daniels, the tight end down the middle. It's a touchdown, and Daniels made the move on Jamie Collins, Tom.
Yeah, a little sluggo right there. The safeties both wide, covered too deep, and ball well delivered by Manning for a touchdown.
Well, that looked too easy, didn't it, Brady and the Patriots? Well, this is the #1 defense. 3rd and 14, Derek Wolfe, hungry like a wolf. Duran, he leads to another punt. Now Broncos possession. Manning. Ronnie Hillman, wait a minute, did that look like a lateral? Why, yes, it did. Jonathan Freedy picks up the ball. Now, the whistle was blown. Coach Belichick smartly challenged. It's a lateral.
It's really close. I mean, I don't think that they could overrule it, but they did. But, you know, it was a huge mistake, equivalent to a turnover.
And so it is a turnover. The fumble, it's a lateral. So Brady to Brandon Bolden, and he's inside the 5-yard line. He gets whacked, and there's a penalty. Tacks on another yard. Steven Jackson, he's in there. He's related to you, right? It's
third cousin.
And now Steven Gostowski, whose last extra point miss, his only one in his career, was 2006. He's the best kicker in football, but now this is hard to believe. 523 straight extra points made, which will be a record forever held out, including the playoffs. And he missed. It happens, even to the best. It's 7-6. And then even to the best, Brady picked up by Von Miller. How immense was he on this day, Tom?
Great read of the quarterback size. You watch Von drop into coverage near the hash marks and then fade out to the numbers to get that interception.
And so Manning goes, let's see, who did I throw that touchdown to in the first quarter? It was Owen Daniels. Look at this thing. Wasn't exactly loaded with mustard, but it came down beautifully in the hands of Daniels, 14-6.
A little stutter go of their own by Owen Daniels and a good delivery toward the back pylon by Peyton.
And so Tom Brady now figures we're down by 8. Let's go, but there's a problem. It's called Miller and Ware. Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware. That sack helped them settle for only a field goal, 14-9. Brady And he's forced to throw off his back foot, and it's picked off by Darian Stewart. Darian Stewart, after Brady took a big lick on this play, he was hit a lot.
You know, and you start trying to get the ball out just before you get hit. You deliver it. The defense is breaking on the football. Big hit there on another big hit on Brady. You see Denver Broncos drew a little blood.
And 17-9 at the half. Now a field goal. Gostowski wasn't going to miss anymore. You knew that. 17-12. And he has one of these a game, Tom, at least one. C.J. Anderson, who's run, well, similar to that, won the overtime game in Mile High during the season. Manning to Jordan. It's Norwood. Can't catch the ball. And they kick a field goal 2012, so it's still 8. 3rd and 11. Brady Amendola. And good play by Denny. He dives, but he can't make the first down. So, Coach Belichick, 4th and 1. And how about this play for Gary Kubiak, Wade Phillips defense? Big pressure, DeMarcus Ware, and bang! Julian Edelman is stopped by Chris Harris Jr. That was a great play by Denver.
Yeah, great read by the defense. You get the pressure right away. Brady delivering the ball. And that's the way you come up and make a hit and hold somebody short of a first down.
The whole play was impressive, whole play. Now 4 minutes to go in the game, but it's still 20-12. Brady, Rob Gronkowski. Here's the Gronker who left the game for a little while with an injury, and he slipped hard on the pavement behind the bench. Now, 2.5 to go. It's 3rd and 6. At one point, they were, 1 for 10 on 3rd downs, but here, Brady to Amendola, but the ball comes loose, ruled on the field an incompletion. They want to take another look. There was a challenge.
It was a good call because you can see that the ball was being bobbled initially when it was caught. So it's a good call, incompleted pass.
So 3rd down doesn't make it, so incomplete is at Hockley. 4th and 6. Here's your ball game. 2:25 to go. And Brady to Gronk. It's incomplete. Aqib Talib, the one-time teammate of the Patriots. Gronk didn't like the call, but it's a turnover on downs. But it would not be your ball game.
Right.
Not quite yet, because the Patriots defense makes a stand. Now New England is the ball. Defense implore the fans. Brady throwing it. It could have been.
And Tom prevented about another 2 or 3 sacks by being able to get rid of the football when he was getting hit.
4th and 10. And that time he had time. Double covered. Gronk beats it. It was the only time I saw in the 4th quarter they had a back help Vollmer on Ware, and that allowed him time to throw it.
A great play because you could see Gronk was having a hard time running, and a great throw by Brady.
And so now 1st and goal after the 40-yard pickup. It's incomplete to James White. 2nd and goal, 54 seconds. Brady, Edelman, Julian puts on a move inside the 5 to the 4. Tick, 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 tick. Hingle, one timeout left. Now Brady, under pressure, incomplete. And here it is, 4th and goal. Down 8, 17 seconds. Peyton looking on. Broncos looking, who are you going to call? Well, you go to the biggest guy you got, right? And that would be Gronk. He did not go out of the end zone, and so it's a touchdown. What a play, 20-18.
Yeah, actually a great job of coming back to the football, even though he was double covered. Find your best guy, throw it up, and let him go have a chance to make a catch.
So this is it. 2-point conversion to send to overtime or else. Brady, rolling throw, tipped. Bradley Roby picks it off. Now, by the way, New England could pick it up and run it in for 2, but they didn't. And so there you go. Ball tipped right there by Talib into the hands of Roby.
Yeah, great job defensively, but the field gets impacted and gets small when you get down around the goal line. It does that even on a 2-point conversion.
So a 2-point conversion, the great combatants meet perhaps for the final time at the center of the field. Coach Belichick offers his congratulations to Peyton Manning. He can't do it anymore. Well, yeah, he can. He's got a defense. He knows how to win. And the Broncos at home, once again, are too tough in the end for the New England Patriots. The Denver Broncos are moving on to the Super Bowl for the 2nd time in 3 years, and the defending world champion New England Patriots are dethroned.